If you're seeing this on Christmas Day, I shall simply start by saying Happy Christmas, Happy Holidays, Season's greetings to one and all. And you've come here for 3 questions that I might have 3 answers to. Sounds good? Okay, let's roll. And it's an AnimeGod500 special. How you doing, pal? First question. What are your thoughts on the recent reveal of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and what characters would you like to see get added to the roster? For me, She-Hulk and Spider-Woman. I've had a soft spot for She-Hulk since the 96 animated series. Although I find it interesting how she's able to retain her intelligence and personality, and poor old Bruce, his conscious mind stops and the Hulk takes over, yet Jennifer Walters is able to retain who she is. So I think poor Bruce got gypped there. And Spider-Woman, because why not, you know? Right, on to his second question. Who do you think should be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2017? Oh, that's very simple. Triple H, The Rock, The Undertaker, and Chris Jericho. Taker, because he's The Undertaker. His career speaks for himself. Considering the matches he has created, the feuds he has been in, from Kane to Austin to Hogan to Flair to Vince McMahon to Lesnar to The Rock. You know, this man has done it all. He's the first superstar to win the Royal Rumble from the number 30 position. He's a Triple Crown champion. He's an 8-time world champion. You know, all he needs now is that Hall of Fame spot, and he deserves it. The Rock, excuse me. The Rock, because, you know, a legendary WWE wrestler, one of the most charismatic men on the mic, very athletic, set the standard for, like Austin, set the standard for how you should be talking and how you should be performing. Excuse me. And, you know, some of the feuds he has had with the likes of Jericho, Triple H, Austin, the rivalry he had with Austin is probably more legendary than what he's had with Triple H. I mean, if you look back at the summer of 98 and summer of 2000, those are some great matches. Jericho. Whew. Grand Slam champion. First undisputed champion to unify the then WCW and WWF championships into the first undisputed title. Legendary rivalries with Angle, Rock, Austin, Kane over a cup of coffee. Yes, this actually happened. With CM Punk, the match he had with Michaels at Mania 19. Oh my gosh. Arguably one of the greatest WrestleMania matches ever. The creator of Money in the Bank, and he invented everything. You're welcome. Triple H. You know, we've all had our reserved opinions for Hunter Hearst Helmsley down the years, but when you consider what he's done for the business, you know, second Grand Slam champion, if you're not up on your wrestling trivia, it's where you've got 1 tag title, 1 world title, 1 second tier, and 1 tertiary title. So if you've won the WWE title, Intercontinental, European, Tag Team title, or even the Hardcore title, because the Hardcore title is considered tertiary, then you're a Grand Slam champion. He's won, excuse me, he's won King of the Ring, won the Royal Rumble, 14-time world champion, the Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, the Chief Operating Officer. Good lord, he's almost on as many nicknames as Shawn Michaels. You know, considering the rivalries he's had over the years, you know, Michaels, Rock, as I just mentioned, Austin, Steiner. Oh, good lord, that rivalry was terrible. Batista, Orton. You know, the man's done it all. Hall of Fame. Jericho, as I mentioned. Taker, I mean, Taker's done it all. Yeah, that's who I'd put in the Hall of Fame. Third question, if there was to be a Thunderbirds anime, Thunderbirds 2086 doesn't count, what approach should it go for? What studio should animate it? Who should direct it? Well, as far as I'm concerned, keep the tone and the writing staff the same as ITV's Thunderbirds Argo, because they understand the brand, they understand where it's come from and how to respect it, but also take it forward. So, keep Rob Hoagie as the writer, David Scott as the series director. Keep the cast the same, because I think if Peter Dineley and David Holliday were still here, they'd say, hey, you guys are doing great, carry on. And I think you know, like Shane Rimmer, David Holliday, and Matt Zimmerman, almost got it wrong, are concerned. You know, it's like, hey, you know, you carry on. You have our seal of approval. I mean, even Sylvia Anderson loved what they were doing. You know, because they've basically kept the basic DNA of the characters and the show, but have updated it enough so a new audience can appreciate it. As for what studio should do it, Production IG, and I'll tell you why. Because particularly with movies like Ghost in the Shell and Blood the Last Vampire, where they're able to have CG creations interact seamlessly with traditional 2D animation and make it look like they actually belongs there. I think that's how they should do it. The Tracy brothers will be traditionally animated, but the Thunderbird craft themselves will be CG, and I think it would look great. That's how I do a Thunderbirds anime. And that's your 3 questions for this week. You know how this shtick works by now. Leave a question in the comment section below if this is on Facebook, Twitter, VidMe, YouTube, or right on dynamicnight.com or over at River City Gamers. How you doing, by the way, guys? With the hashtag AskTheKnight. But until then, folks, ask again, and happy Christmas, happy holidays, season's greetings to one and all. Have a good one.